Yeah, we're going. We're live. We're good. Rob Black here. And we are going strong. You turn off all this shit. There we go. Wow, it's Friday. It's a busy day. Got about 1,000 fucking things going on. And guess what? I'm locked into spending the next 3 hours with yous. Those of you that are my wonderful, awesome fans, I'm happy to be here. Those of you who I fucking hate and I hope die, I'm not happy to be here. So I'm kind of conflicted. I am. I'm conflicted. Just call me Conflicted Charlie, okay? Call me Conflicted fucking Charlie. That's what I'm feeling right now. It's called Conflicted Charlie. Now I gotta charge my fucking phone. Yeah, there we go. Done. Just call me Conflicted Charlie. Alright, that's down. There we go. Give me my stick. Give me my fucking stick. Because I know I'm gonna need it. Trust me, I feel like I'm gonna have to fucking beat people. So let me get the conflicted stick. Let me now pull the conflicted shades. Now that goes. Oh, there. Now that's done. Let me pick up the other conflicted stick. It broke. Remember I had the nice long pointer? One of them fucking broke. It broke for fucking days. So all I got is the half stick. Welcome. This is the Rob Black Show. This is the #1 program on TV right now. This is your entertainment for this afternoon. And this is everything that is intolerant in America. How's everybody doing? I'm your fucking host, Jules Jordan. Welcome. Welcome to the program. Oh, man. I'm telling you, I can feel it's one of those fucking, it's going to be one of those days. I got about, oh, Jesus Christ, about 5 different issues that are on the table right now. And I can't address any of them until we get done with the show. So, of course, in the back of my head, that's all I'm thinking about is these 5 things going on. I have, count them, 2 lawyer conversations with 2 different lawyers, not 2 lawyer conversations with the same lawyer. 2, count them, 1, 2 conversations that I have to deal with. One at 4 o'clock with a lawyer, and the other one after 3. That's after 3. And I said, well, I got an appointment at 4. And they said, well, it can be before 4 or before 5. So, okay, great. Then we're having issues, and not bad issues, but just those types of issues that I'm the only one that could actually solve because I'm the one that has to make the decision on certain elements with our Roku channel and the storage capabilities and what we need and all sorts of shit. So that's on the fucking table. That can't get rectified until I'm off the fucking air. That's 3 o'clock. Then my friend from the backyard wrestling fame, handsome devil, I would call him, Rick Marr. He contacted me, and he was out of the States. I think he might have been over in Malaysia helping them look for the airplane because I haven't talked to him in a couple weeks, but he's back. And he wanted me to send him off the books that I've done. And last night, it literally took, I don't know, 17 fucking hours for me to send off the books from Katie's house off of her fucking iPad. And it was giving me that, did it send it? Did it not send it? Did I get a demon failure? I hate that fucking thing. Well, a demon failure, whatever the fuck that goddamn thing is that hits you back with 1,000 codes on it and says, fuck you, what you were trying to do didn't work. I got that, but then I got one that said it worked. So it was kind of like my Iraq war vote back in, what was it, 2007 or 2008. I voted against the war before I voted for the war. Well, it sent before it didn't send. I don't know. So then I never got confirmation if that went properly. I fired off an email to Tom Byron to send off the books to Rick. And Tom Byron told me this morning at about an hour and a half ago they were just done. So that is on the fucking table, and I have no idea what happened with that because he was waiting for him last night. And this fucking guy is Mr. fucking Mr. I don't even know what he is. He's been on like the Millionaire not matchmaker, but the Millionaire Home Seller, where they go and sell your billion-dollar house. He's one of those guys. So you have those small windows of opportunities to get in fucking a conversation or a business meeting with him. So who knows? The motherfucker might now be back in Malaysia looking for the airplane. Then my handsome little Jewish old general manager, Kleinrock, was on the phone with me, and we were discussing XPW and the concepts of what we were doing with it and where we were going, and the possibility of the live show, and that has to resume. So all of these fucking things can't take place until after I'm off with the fucking show, which will not take place until 3 o'clock. And of course, between 12 and 3 are the prime time getting shit done. I have no assistant. I have nobody that can facilitate any of these things. So basically, the world stops when I go on the air. Literally, the world stops. It's done. That's how I describe it to everybody. And when I'm on the phone with them, I tell them, I go, you do know that I'm going on the air at fucking noon. You know I'm going on the air in 10 minutes, yeah? I go, you know I cannot get fucking bothered during that whole time. Oh, yeah. I go, you can email me. I go, I'll check the email maybe in the second and a half hour. But even then, if you tell me something that's pertinent, there's nothing I can fucking do about it. You realize that. And they go, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I go, so it's fucking moot. It's moot. Can't do anything on a commercial break because my phone is set up to deal with the blog cock. So it's not like I can get on the fucking phone. I also, on top of that, it's just a fucking standstill. And should you need something addressed, you'll throw off my entire show because my brain will start to wander, and I literally will just sit here and talk incoherent about shit, and I won't know what I'm talking about because the other half of my brain we'll be trying to process all the information that I'm formulating by this meeting that I'm having with you that people don't know I'm having, but I'm having it while I'm standing there because I'm going through the email that you sent and formulating how I'm going to talk and what we need to do, even though I'm talking to the audience. So that's no good. And then to top it all off, ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking, it sounds so stupid, but you know I'm working out and I'm fucking, I'm pumping up, so I'm not a girly man anymore. And I'm taking like fucking GNC supplements, and I feel like I want to fucking kill people right now. I do. I fucking want to feel like I want to fucking kill people. That's why I literally this morning when I was waiting with Katie Summers, I literally said to her, I go, I feel so fucking aggravated right now. I go, I really do. And I was drinking my little protein drink, and she's got the dog in her hand, and she hit my hand, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, baby." And I, you know, and I didn't let on anything, and I, you know, oh, that's all right. But when she hit my hand and it moved my thing, I wanted to fucking punch her in the fucking face as hard as I could. That's so wrong, I know, but that's how fucking aggravated I was. Jesus, I was fucking pissed. That's how I am fucking so edged out from fucking all this fucking. I work out every night. I get fucking jacked up on all this fucking workout shit, protein bars and protein drinks and fucking DHEA and fucking amino rip fuel. It's just like I want to fucking kill people. I couldn't imagine if I was on real steroids, because I literally would have fucking roid rage. I literally would kill people. And instead of thinking about punching Katie, I literally would have fucking OJ'd her. I would have fucking cut her throat right there with my fingers, not even a knife. I would just went, ah! Fuck, right in my forearm, all right here. Fucking is raging, man. Fucking, from fucking doing curls, like this entire area of my fucking, I want to reach in here and rip out my fucking muscles and strangle somebody with them. That's how I'm fucking feeling right now. My arms are so fucking tight and I'm so fucking wound up. I want to cut my arms open, rip out the muscles, tie them around someone's fucking neck and strangle them. That's how I'm feeling. Horrible. Fucking horrible. And I'm sorry I had to share that with you. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Now if I might have a heart attack on here. But let me tell you, so I'm getting so into the whole health and working out thing. I might start doing my show where I'm just like those fucking jerk-offs you used to see on TV with the hand thing. I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? And then, and they're those hand crunchy things. Or the ones where they're just doing this at the bar. I don't know if any of you are too young, but there used to be a black guy named Mr. T. And he had a mohawk. And he used to wear a ton of gold around his neck. And he did the first celebrity wrestling thing with Hulk Hogan. And they used to have these bars that were like this long. And it was like a big spring in it. And you would bend it like that. And it would work out your pecs and your arms. And so this guy, Mr. T, who was on the A-Team, it was a show back then, he literally would do interviews and just have this bar and fucking mold the bar. Just work out. So he'd be like on Johnny Carson. Like, I understand, Johnny. It was great. And it scared America. It fucking scared the shit out of him. And he started as a bouncer in clubs, because back in the 80s, they used to have these shows. And they were great shows. And it just shows you that America and American TV hasn't really progressed that far. Because as retarded as this show sounds, I'm going to tell you it, and today you would go, sounds like a pretty good show to me. So it was basically a show that was a competition that involved bouncers from all over the United States. And they were big, burly bouncers, guys that would work in clubs. And if you got a little fucking rowdy, they'd beat you in the fucking head and throw you out. Well, it was a show that pitted various bouncers against each other in all sorts of competitions to crown the #1 bouncer in America. And they would have this this like obstacle course thing where the bouncer would have to run around in the bar and like jump over tables. Jesus Christ, jump over tables, throw people out windows. It was bizarre. It was bizarro land. And then they would go and have to ring a bell at the end of it. And that would signify the end of the completion of the obstacle course. And if they completed that in a certain time, then they won. So, suffice to say, it was a bar competition. Mr. T won the damn thing, and that's how he kind of like rose to fame. And then the A-Team hired him on to be part of their cast, and the rest is history. And so Mr. T became famous for basically working out and and all this gold, and he would with his with a mohawk. So I think I'm gonna start getting just weights and shit where I'm just doing the show like, yeah guys, so today we're gonna talk about AIDS. And we're going to talk about John Stalliano and his AIDS. And then we're going to talk about Jules Jordan and wondering when he's going to get AIDS. And things like that. But nonetheless, I'm feeling fucking, I'm like right now, my fucking hands hurt. My hands hurt from fucking just gripping the bars and stuff. My goddamn hands hurt. It's like the only way I feel like they'll feel better is if I fucking punch someone in the fucking face. Man. Anyways, enough about me and my pain. Let's talk about the adult industry and their pain. I feel their pain. Not really, but it sounds like a biblical thing to say. I feel your pain. Jesus Christ. It's fucking amazing. It's just amazing. We were talking last night about the Jules Jordan, and yesterday when we saw the Jules Jordan story where he was sitting there in his little chair looking all fucking gay and faggy, we did a whole routine on it. And Tom Byron has captured that routine, and it is now cemented firmly in a story. And that story is now getting ready to go out. Not right this second, because we have another story that's going up right now. And it's the Adam Hasner One Flew Over the Cuckold's Nest, and the cautionary tale to all the distributors, which is, don't buy the fucking thing. It's bad news, and it will harm you. Now, I've said before that it's something that you will waste your money, you'll lose your money, and you'll feel foolish inside when it sits on your shelf and nobody buys the fucking thing. And when they do buy it, they'll return it and they'll say this is dog shit. But there's a new cautionary tale, and this cautionary tale is it's something that is out of a horror movie. And you're going to say, Rob, it's not something like out of a horror movie. It's exactly out of a horror movie. You're copying it. You're plagiarizing it from a horror movie. And I would say, no. I'm not. I'm telling you that this will happen because I had somebody this morning tell me it happened. And basically, if you put One Flew Over the Cuckold's Nest in my dream zone, like that movie, what was it, The Ring, and you put the videotape in, and that girl climbs out of the television and does all the shit to you and kills you. If you put in One Flew Over the Cuckold's Nest by Dream Zone Entertainment, when you put that DVD in your player, about 5 black guys will crawl out of the TV and beat the living shit out of you just for buying the fucking thing. I swear to God. They will beat the living shit out of you and then jack off all over your face. Now, if you're a girl, you might enjoy that. If you're a girl from the South, you won't enjoy that. If you're a guy, you definitely aren't going to enjoy that unless you're Jules Jordan or somebody over at the North Hollywood Bathhouse. But it's safe to say that most of the heterosexual audience that is buying One Flew Over the Cuckold's Nest for an enjoyment and watching black guys fuck young white girls, they will not get that. What they'll get are black guys fucking old beasts shot horribly with dreadful lighting, sound quality that basically makes my Panda speakers that you hear the music from when we have a commercial break sound like it's Lucasfilms and it's shot in surround sound Dolby. And ultimately, the 5 black men will crawl out of the television and they will beat the living shit out of you as if you are Reginald Denny in the LA riots and that big old Mack truck. And after Brother Man 1 takes that brick and hits you in the head and goes, oh, like that, and then the other brother comes over you and just starts fucking throttling your fucking face, you will remember why you should have listened to Rob Black and the Rob Black Show and never, ever have gotten the film One Flew Over the Cuckold's Nest. Because again, ladies and gentlemen, it is dangerous, it is dreadful, and it could cost you your life. So again, go to Adult FYI. If you're already on Adult FYI, refresh Adult FYI, and you will see the write-up and cautionary tale on One Flew Over the Cuckold's Nest. And I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you, don't watch it, because I feel that for every American or foreigner abroad, if you watch this movie and then are assaulted by the 5 black men that crawl out of the TV, I'm going to feel as if I'm responsible because I did not heed the warning enough. I did not scream loud enough. I didn't stand atop the highest mountains, tallest trees, the deepest oceans, and say, "Don't buy this movie. 5 black men will crawl out of the television and beat you like Reginald Denny in the LA riots. They will think you are Korean grocery owners and burn down your fucking storefronts. Please." And then what they do is stand over your face and go one after another. That's what they would do. So please, ladies and gentlemen, take it from Rob Black, your friend, your compadre, your guardian angel that sits on your shoulder. Read the story, and believe me when I tell you, 5 black men will come out of the television and beat the living shit out of you. So, please, take a look at the story on Adult FYI. It is One Flew Over the Cuckold's Nest and why you should not buy it. Now, everybody start reading that because it's not going to stay up there all weekend. No, 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 no. What is going to be up there come this weekend is the follow-up to the hit Jules Jordan film, Ass Worship number 15. Yes, you're all asking me, Rob Black, what's that follow-up? What's the hit? And I'm saying to you, oh, my friends, the follow-up, the hit, is something very special, and it's basically the counterpunch that results into a knockout blow. Kind of like the old Nintendo game, Knockout, with Soda Can Joe, or whatever the fuck that guy's name was, and you give him a fucking uppercut, and he fucking spins in the air and falls to the ground, and you shit in his face. And that is Jules Jordan's response to our post about his directors and about their lack of, and Jules Jordan's lack of creativity, and Jules Jordan's utter inept and failure as a company owner, director, studio to continue to innovate and thrive in the business. And so the story we did is basically off the video blog. And if you go to Adult FYI, and if you're sitting on there right now, you will see a video blog that shows Jules Jordan, it shows the Jeff Bezos Amazon drones, and it shows a man getting punched in the face in super slow motion. And all of those things are the hallmarks of the new Jules Jordan movie, Ass Worship number 15. Yes, they are all hallmarks of Jules Jordan's new movie, Ass Worship number 15. And that is about a 38-minute video blog. And if you missed the show yesterday, you can log on to that and watch it again. And if you don't want to log on to it and watch it, the story will be out this weekend. And I got numerous calls about that bit, that story, that video blog, and people who watched the trailer. And for the life of them, they could not fathom what Jules Jordan is smoking, what he's drinking, and what he's injecting to come up with such a retarded press release that amounted to about a paragraph of dribble that he had his good friend Peter Warren throw together, along with a picture where he's not looking like the dwarf, balding midget retard that he is, and that they can put out on AVN as to combat the adult FYI story. And the people watched the trailer and they thought to themselves, this is horrible. Super slow motion is slow motion. And the aerial drone is William H. standing on a fucking ladder. And if you watch the trailer even more, you'll see that Jules Jordan is actually in 3 of the scenes of the movie. So you're actually paying to watch that dwarf, that crippled, in the mind retard, Jules Jordan, fuck. 3 scenes. Seriously, take a look at Jules Jordan and tell me that that guy is a fucking sex object. Seriously. He's in 3 of the scenes of Ass Worship 15. And one of the scenes that he's doing, it's like he has to take a break because he's so worn out. It's like, I mean, it's pathetic to watch this guy. Seriously, 3 scenes. 3 scenes of that pasty fucking troll dwarf. I mean, the guy's 5'3", for Christ's sakes, balding, and he's doing 3 of the scenes, which even goes to more of my point of productions costing nothing. I remember a time when Jules Jordan would spend thousands of dollars on guys. And you would see a girl, some girl that would get like $2,000, and she'd have like 4 or 5 of the top guys in the business fucking her, and she'd be let out of a room on a dog leash, and her eyes blindfolded, and like 5 guys would just fucking fuck the shit out. Now it amounts to Jules Jordan and his troll-like body mounting young girls. And that's his big release. And it's shot in his fucking house with William H. on a fucking ladder. That's the big Ass Worship 15 production. And the girls are fucking B-girls that haven't been popular since 2000. I mean, literally, he's hyping up a girl who's the best new starlet 4 years ago. It's like saying, hey, I'm shooting 21-year-ago legend who was 30 at the time, Amber Lynn. It's like, you fucking retarded. That is basically what the trailer for Jules Jordan's movie is. And when I watched it last night, I was just floored with laughter. We all were floored with that laughter. We were watching it when we were eating dinner, or actually after we ate dinner. And I literally almost threw up on myself because I was gasping from laughter and watching this guy fuck in 3 scenes. It's like, wow, you're paying to watch Ashley Gasper, a.k.a. Jules Jordan, fuck in 3 scenes in his house. So he pays these girls $800 a piece. So he's into the mood for $2,400. Seriously, that is what you get with the new Jules Jordan Ass Worship 15. So all you distributors out there, that's what you're paying Jules Jordan for. That's what you're paying the top $16, $17, $18 for. To watch little Ashley Gasper a.k.a. Jules Jordan, fuck in 3 of the 5 scenes. Pretty good, guys. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's some good quality. Wow, you might as well line up and get the new Francesca Leigh and Mark Wood movie and watch those two fucking trolls fuck a bunch of fucking B-list girls. This is the industry, right? This is the thriving industry. Unbelievable. And you guys are worried about wearing rubbers? What are you, fucking nuts? People aren't jerking off to this. People are jerking off to old movies. People are jerking off to fucking old extreme content. Old anabolic. Nobody's jerking off to this crap. Who the fuck jerks off to fucking Ashley Gasper, a.k.a. Jules Jordan? Seriously. Who's buying the new Jules Jordan video going, oh, I need this? Oh, it's Cagney Carter doing her first interracial DP. Get the fuck. Nobody gives interracial is so yesterday. Nobody even class it interracial. Oh my God, she's doing a black guy. What are you, fucking nuts? It's 2014. It's not a fucking. That's not something special anymore. Every fucking girl in the business does fucking black guys. There is no distinction anymore. Nor should there be. It's a dick. It's either a big old black dick or a tiny little Ashley Gasper pasty fucking dick. There you go. But this notion that interracial is some type of fucking selling point. What are you fucking people nuts? Oh my God, Cagney Carter's doing an interracial DP. Who fucking gives a shit? Are you people out of your fucking minds? Who fucking gives a shit? Distributors, my boy Steve at CW Whitewater. That's what you're gonna pay $18 for Ass Worship number 18. Seriously, that's what you're gonna pay $18 for a new release? Rodney at GBA Cleveland. That's what you guys are gonna pay? Fucking $18 for a new release? To watch Ashley Gasper fucking 3 scenes and then Cagney Carter get DP'd by 2 black guys? This is what's innovative? Mark Franks at Castle Megastore. That's what you're gonna pay fucking $18 for? New release for Jules Jordan movie? Gary at LSMT. That's what you're gonna fucking pay fucking $18 for? That's what you're gonna pay $18 for? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking Bob and what is it? Sean at Jackson Supply. That's what you guys are gonna fucking pay $18 for? Jules Jordan, Ashley Gasper doing 3 scenes, and Cagney Carter doing an interracial DP? That's what you're gonna pay $18 for? Really? Are you fucking people out of your fucking minds? Seriously. Scott Taylor, and what's her name? The fucking girl over at that controls Lions Den and Rico and that. You guys are gonna pay $18 for a fucking Ashley Gasper, Jules Jordan movie where he fucks in 3 of the scenes with his pasty fucking dwarf ass self? And they do a interracial DP? You fucking nut, like we're in the South and it's like 1979. It's 2014, you assholes. So in case you haven't forgot, we have a black president. We got a black first lady. We got a black first family. In case we have a black attorney general. Did you guys forget this? Arsenio Hall's back, for Christ's sakes. Prince has got a new record coming out. you guys forget it? We're not in fucking Mississippi. Saying that you have interracial isn't really a selling point. And a girl that has had a black boyfriend her entire fucking life and was doing her first interracials for Elegant Angel 2 years ago, it doesn't seem to be much of a fucking selling point. Sounds like a desperate little balding dwarf who just had to write something up real quick to show the world that he wasn't a bitch punk like Rob Black and Adult FYI said he was. Well, guess what, Jules? Guess what, Ashley, with your little faggot name? You are the bitch punk that we say you are. You are the bitch punk that everybody knows you are. And you look even more of a bitch punk when you write a fucking press release that's a paragraph long talking about your awesome super slow motion and your fucking aerial drone, which is William H. on a fucking ladder, you faggot. Jesus Christ. This is the business. This is the business that we choose. I didn't ask any questions. I didn't ask who gave the order because it had nothing to do with business. Unbelievable. And you guys wonder why this industry is in a shit house. The company that's supposed to be the #1 company, the company that's supposed to be Mr. Creative, Mr. Innovative, is basically a pile of dog shit. And I would question every one of you distributors who are plumping down $17 for an Ashley Gasper, a.k.a. Jules Jordan, piece of shit. I mean, I question your intelligence, distributors. Steve at CW Whitewater, I question your intelligence. Mark Franks, I question your intelligence. Adam and Eve, Frank Agnello, I question your intelligence if you buy a Jules Jordan fucking movie. Any distributor that's in this business, I question all of your intelligence when you plunk down $17 for an Ashley Gasper, a.k.a. Jules Jordan, 5-scene. I'm in 3 scenes with my 5'4", balding, pasty, 4-inch dick, out of shape, out of breath ass, and a girl who's doing interracial DP like it's a big fucking deal. Listen, go down to fucking Compton and do a fucking a fan interracial gangbang. How's that? Go down to fucking Inglewood and have the bros down on 10th Street Ward line up and fucking gangbang Candyland Carter. Then I'll fucking buy it, okay? Do a fan fuck on Inglewood, okay? Do ass worship number 16. Fuck a fan on 10th Ward in Inglewood. And just line up 8 or 9 brothers to just plow the fuck out of Candyland Carter. Now you might actually got a fucking movie I want to see, okay? If you line up Doughboy and his friends, now maybe I'll fucking watch the movie. But if you're going to give me 2 whitewashed out black fellas that have been kicking around in our business for the last fucking 10 years, and you're going to call it interracial DP like it's some kind of fucking revolutionary fucking breakthrough, I'm going to shit all over you. And you're going to remember the next time you open your fucking mouth, because I'll be there with my big fat Italian sausage to cram it down your fucking throat. You people forget, okay? I make the fucking rules on this fucking game. Huh? I've been making the rules for the past 20 years in this fucking business. Before half of you faggots ever dreamed about getting in this fucking business, I was making the fucking rules. And then I would break the rules, and then I would throw the rules out the window, and I would rewrite the rules again, bitches. I make it, motherfuckers! Not you! Not you! Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? I make the fucking rules. I tell you how to play the game. I tell you when to play the game. And I tell you who to fucking play the game with. And you think you can play this game with me? I will fuck you where you breathe. Every fucking day. Every day. So all you keyboard warriors, all you wannabe motherfuckers, I fuck you where you breathe. You Jules Jordan motherfuckers, I fuck you where you breathe. AVN, I fuck you where you breathe. I fuck every single one of you. Day in and day out. And I will continue until you've all died. You see, only the good die young, motherfuckers. And there ain't a fragment of good in this body. Okay? I am Darth Vader, who has not been saved by little Anakin. I have not been, or I should say, little Anakin. I have not been saved by Luke Skywalker. They haven't pulled me out of the fire and removed my mask and said, Father, I will not let you die. I'm going to save you. And he says, you already have. Nah, motherfucker, you haven't. I can't be saved. I am intolerant. I am fucking evil. And evil lives forever. Ever. Okay? I am pure fucking evil. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. How else do you explain this 20-year odyssey? I am the motherfucking Antichrist. A 20-year odyssey. They send me to the worst fucking prison there is that they can. They send me out of my own fucking jurisdictions. They fucking sit there and put me in the worst units. They shove me in fucking solitary confinement. They pull me off all my meds. And guess what? I still survive! I get out of there, and what do? I come into this business, and I hatch a fucking plan. And you know what that plan is? It's a fucking hostile takeover. It's a PR nightmare. That's what it is. A PR nightmare. The fuck you think I got lawyer meetings doing this afternoon, you motherfuckers? I would hope all of you by now officially know that I ain't bullshitting around. We've almost now been doing this for a year, and everything I fucking have said has pretty much come to fruition. From wreaking havoc in all of your fucking lives, to wreaking havoc in the agent lives, to wreaking havoc in the fucking Free Speech Coalition lives, to wreaking havoc in the testing procedures lives. I've done everything that I've said. And I'm not fucking through. I am not through. We've only just begun. We've only just begun taking this baseball bat and shoving it up every single one of your asses. That's it. Pure evil, motherfucker. Okay? Pure evil. The Antichrist. frightening, I know. And the only way you can fucking stop it is by getting an airplane, loading it up with a bunch of explosives, and flying it into this fucking building and claiming jihad. That's it, motherfucker. Or you better get Derek Hay to come on down to my pokey little apartment and beat me up. But other than that, you cocksuckers, I'm going to be that thorn in your side. I'm going to be that motherfucking sliver of wood that you get stuck in your finger when you're out in the garage trying to repair the woodshed, or you're out in your garage trying to get some tools out of the old wooden box, and you go, ooh, I got this little fucking, I got this sliver in me. And you got to sit there with a fucking needle, and you got to poke at it, to try to fucking pull it out. And you just can't seem to get it, and you got to get tweezers. And by the time you get it out, your finger is a bloody carcass. But here's the problem. You can never get me out. You will never be able to get me out. And all you're going to do is pick and poke and cut until you are just a bloody carcass. And I'm still embedded. I am still embedded. Because evil is always, always here, always embedded. And it will never go away. I am the nightmares that are in your fucking dreams. I am fucking hate when you want love. I am pain when you want fucking joy. I'm that motherfucking sick feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach when you know you got to do something you don't want to do and you feel like you're going to throw up. That's me causing it, motherfucker. That's me causing it. I am that sickness. I am that fucking disease. And there ain't no medicine. There ain't no fucking treatment that will suppress my hate that I possess over about 85% of you cocksuckers. And the other 25%, you get a fucking pass. You get a fucking pass. You are immune. You are that small population that basically can deflect it. But other than that, the 85% of you, you feel my hate, you feel my pain, and you will continue to feel it every fucking day. This is intolerance, okay? You seen those pictures running around in the streets? Have you seen those pictures? With a little girl that used to hide, and it said tolerance, tolerance. Imagine my face on a picture going down the streets of LA, and it says intolerance. And it's just a fucking picture of me. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what I am. And when it comes to John Stelliano, when it comes to Free Speech Coalition, when it comes to Diane Duke, when it comes to Frank Krebsky, when it comes to Adam Hasner, when it comes to Jerry Estrada, when it comes to Diane Duke, when it comes to this cocksucker Chris Mann, when it comes to Derek Hay, I am your worst fucking nightmare. I am the worst part of evil. I am intolerance. I am that person that will perform experiments on you with no anesthesia. I am that person that will gouge out your fucking eyes and feed them to my fucking dog. Jules Jordan, you are just one piece of this puzzle of death that has just been given this proverbial stick right in your dick hole. And I'm going to continue to twist the fuck out of it every time I get a chance. So, welcome to the new age. Welcome to hate. Welcome to intolerance. And welcome to pain. This is the ROB Black Show. And it doesn't get any better than this. It doesn't get any more evil than this. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back in about 8 minutes. And until then, go ahead and listen to what we got to say about them cocksuckers at 7-Eleven and those pesky little Taliban freedom fighters that are plotting to take over North Hollywood. Yeah, they are. Oh, yes, they are. It's the ROB Black Show, and this is the summer of pain. I hate the fucking, a fucking 7-Eleven guy, seriously, dude. You guys, seriously. 7-Eleven guy, they're the Pakistanis, okay? The fucking Pakistanis, or I don't know what the fuck they are, the Taliban, but they're just jerk-offs. I walk in, and it's the one guy that I've seen. It's like the one manager guy who kind of oversees the place. He wears the fucking full turban and shit. And then his buddy is the guy that's at night that works behind the counter. He don't wear the turban, but he's more hip and young. But he's the mouthy one. And I walk in, he's like, it's almost like they listen to my show, and they purposely do this now to egg me on and bust my balls, because he's purposely screaming at the guy and laughing at me and screaming at the guy at the same time, like I'm gonna fuck with him because he says we're better. And I walk to the fucking cooler to get my drink. And he's going, the manager guy, what's he plotting or something? And then the manager guy looks at him and smiles at him, like they're in on the inside fucking terrorist joke, smart asses. And I walk up to the counter, I said, I'm going to put this on my card, that way I can use cash for another purchase. So I run the card, he goes, oh, you guys, it says decline in there. I go, dude, I just put $7. I'm like, oh no, you got it, man. You lied. I said, okay. And then he back. Fucking asshole. And I get my drink and I walk out and I'm like, yeah, big laugh, big funny laugh. Funny laugh on the American white boy. Okay. You fucking Taliban motherfucker. If I had a fucking drone. Right now, if I had a fucking drone, I'd sit here and send that fucking drone over to 7-Eleven and blow the whole fucking place up. It's not like you can kill any women or children, you're just gonna fucking kill fucking sleeping cells, fucks. The two cocksuckers in the front, and I know in the back, listen to me, every 7-Eleven, no matter where you go, you always got 2 or 3 of these fucking turban fucking Taliban motherfuckers in the front. And in the back, in the little storeroom area, you'll see more and more of them come out. And it's like their buddies are in the back. You know, and like they're off work and they're bullshit. You want to know what they're doing? That's where they have the sleeper cell meetings. You don't know that, motherfuckers? You think I'm being racist? You think I'm being bigoted? Fuck you, baby. I'm talking about a serious... Listen, somebody call Alex Jones. This cocksucker is worried about Obama and worried about our own fucking government plotting against us. Tell him to go fucking camp out at 7-Eleven one day. He can really find a fucking terrorist, this cocksucker. You never hear him do that. You never hear him talk about that. All he wants to talk about is Obama. Obama's planting secret poison in our food. Obama's flying airplanes and fertilizing the land with fucking poison. Really? Well, what the fuck are they doing at 7-Eleven? Having a fucking party, you cocksucker? Every time I go to 7-Eleven, there's about 13 Taliban fighters in there. They're in there. And you fucking are worried about our president? Get the fuck out of here, you cocksucker. Alex Jones. I have to take Alex Jones and all of those right-wing fucking nut jobs and fucking stick fucking dildos that look like President Obama right up their ass so they can really feel what it's like to get fucked by the president, fucking assholes. Every day, the president's fucking husband, the fucking what? The rich white man? Get the fuck out of here, you racist motherfuckers. Listen, don't worry about 7-Eleven. Go worry about these fucking Pakistani sleeper cells that are in every 7-Eleven, that are in every fucking corner store with these towel head wearing motherfuckers. Worry about that. Leave the fucking president alone and the fucking black people, okay? The last time I checked, I haven't heard of fucking Michael fucking Watson flying a fucking airplane into a fucking fucking tower, motherfucker. Alright? The goddamn bus driver ain't gonna drive a fucking bus into a fucking World Trade Center, okay? Fucking Eugene Jackson and the 10th Ward ain't getting behind a fucking bus and with a great showman in his hand and a menthol cigarette driving it into a fucking trade center. Nah, you know what that motherfucker wants to do? Take a bunch of snotty white kids to a fucking Catholic school, go home and watch Michael fucking Jordan play basketball. And you got fucking Alex Jones worried about fucking black people, worried about, get the fuck out of here. Worry about these fucking Middle Eastern motherfuckers. How's that, Alex Jones? Worry about your fucking wife and your wife's relatives, you cocksucker. Don't you worry about my black brothers, alright? Shit. When did the fuck have you seen a terrorist act by a brother? When did you see a motherfucking terrorist act blowing up an airplane? Exactly. Motherfucking black man hasn't even gone on a fucking airplane. For Christ's sake. I got black friends that never even fucking been to a fucking airport before. They know what a fucking boat is. Alright, they don't want to get on a fucking boat again. The airplane. I've never even seen a black fucking pilot, man. Have you ever gotten on a fucking airplane and had the fucking guy treat you, be like, hey, how's it going there? Get the fuck out of here. I see fucking old white rich dudes flying an airplane. I don't even see a fucking stewardess and the stewardess guy being black. A bunch of white waspy motherfuckers. Fucking go. I want to see Alex Jones form a protest at 7-Eleven, man. Better yet, go to fucking Fry's Electronics. All it is full of fucking towel heads over there. Fucking worried about my brothers. Get the fuck out of here. Shit. Fucking, the next time you see a fucking bombing at a fucking bus station, then I'll get on the condemnation of blacks, alright? Shit. Why, what's he doing now? Fucking 7-Eleven, man. Taliban motherfucker. And the one fucking Pakistani motherfucker that's a fucking Mercedes. Yeah. Really? So the 26-year-old kid that's in the morning, that is the fucking Taliban leader. I see him in the afternoon driving a fucking souped up Mercedes Really? He works at 7-Eleven and drives a fucking Mercedes. Okay, tell me he ain't a fucking sleeper cell. Thank you. Fucking talking about the end of the world. Obama's coming up. He's taking our guns. Get the fuck out of here. Taking our guns. Worried about the 26-year-old 7-Eleven Pakistani worker who's driving a fucking $100,000 Mercedes on a fucking $7.50 hour job? Yeah, right there, Alex Jones. Go fucking worry about 7-Eleven. You're worried about fucking blacks and alone. Yeah, dumb motherfuckers. See, you guys turned this into a fucking hatred here. Bastards. Motherfuckers. Man, you guys are killing me. You guys are giving me a fucking heart attack. You guys are gonna give me a heart attack, motherfuckers. Man. Fuck. Fucking rape someone. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to rape anybody. My friend Greg. Wow, look at my hair right there. It's like it's almost like I was. What the fuck was wrong with my hair in that picture? For Christ's sakes, I was looking at that video of me. I was looking at that video of me. My hair was weird. What's wrong with my hair? God damn it. What's wrong with my hair? What was wrong with my hair? Jesus Christ. What was wrong with my hair? It's horrible. Man, it's weird. It's fucking weird. My hair was just crazy. It was. It was just crazy. It's crazy hair. Sometimes my hair is just crazy. Sometimes my hair is just crazy. It is. Sometimes I look at my hair and I go, why is my hair so crazy? What's wrong with my hair? What's up with my fucking hair? It's frightening. It does. It's bizarre. But hey, this is our life and my hair and the way it looks. It's pretty bizarre. Man, anyways, let's take a look at the world right now. Can we look at the world, or do you guys want to go on? Keep going on porn. What do you guys want to do? My fucking hand hurts. My hand hurts. I'm telling you, my fucking hand's killing me. Jesus. I wanted to actually go over this with you guys, because this was something that was in the news yesterday, and I want you guys to actually hear this, because I find it entertaining. Let me explain to you. I find it entertaining that when it comes to articles, and this just shows you that either the industry news organizations, meaning ABN and XBiz, are not providing you all with information that is pertinent and relevant or they're too fucking stupid and they only know how to cut and paste stories out from fucking Cosmopolitan and TMZ. Because there was an article yesterday on Yahoo, which was pretty big and pretty significant. And we read it on the night program, and I actually put it in my important email folders because I wanted to talk about it today if AVN and or XBiz were not going to talk about it, or even Hillbilly Boy Mike South, but I figured he wouldn't talk about it because in order to talk about something like this, you actually have to be mildly intelligent, and you actually have to be somebody that skates around the old news wires. And I know up there in Mississippi or Louisiana or Georgia, wherever inbred Southern racist fucking Confederate flag waving state that he's from, I don't even think they have proper internet. I think they're still up on dial-up with AOL discs that you receive in the mail for free. So I got a story here that, again, is very interesting, and you don't hear AVN talking about it, and you don't hear XBiz talking about it. Matter of fact, I think XBiz is busy talking about Joy Bear Pictures releases Taste, Stockroom host Black Unicorn, Aiden Starr joins Evil Angel, which, you know, another fucking Spiegler girl putting herself at risk and dealing with Evil Angel, go figure. Naked Swords series final now live, and Porno Dan's Teenage Rampage by Frank Kretzky at Pure Play Media. Those are the stories, and I think AVNs are even more useless. Seriously, AVNs I think are even more. House Committee looks at safe harbor provisions of DMCA, and Sriracha and Doritos Donuts by James Dean, which basically is some free bullshit that he does with Leroy Myers in Las Vegas, the safe haven for them to shoot things and not get bothered by Cal OSHA out here. So that's their big stuff over at AVN. But nobody's reporting on this story, which is first case of woman-to-woman HIV transmission. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a case of woman-to-woman HIV transmission. I find it pretty interesting, and I find it pretty compelling, and I find it something that we actually should talk about. And you would think that our industry, which is supposed to be about safety and health and news and information and yada, 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 one would think that this would actually be an important story. But I guess not. I guess this story, I guess this story is not that big of a deal for anybody in the adult business to cover. I found it interesting because it says things that we're all constantly told by people in our business can't happen. And it's interesting when you hear information from disease control and prevention, and you hear information out of the U.S. Health, out of Washington, and you hear these types of places talk about things, and it's directly opposite of what people in the adult business say, and yet people in the adult business are taken as gospel. When you all listen to Nina Hartley, you all go, oh, well, she's a nurse. Yeah, she's a nurse. Yet, that's never, ever been confirmed. Nobody's ever got confirmation that Nina Hartley was a registered nurse and went to college for 5 years, 4 years for the degree and another year for a master's, or at least, certified training and getting a certificate in whatever state. Never, ever have seen pictures of Nina Hartley IDs that say, hi, my name is Nina Hartley, my real name. I worked at UCLA Medical Center, not as a nurse practitioner, not as a therapist, but as a registered nurse, a RN. I was in operating room. We've never seen any of that. But yet, all of you morons accept the fact that she says she's a registered nurse. And again, I question that when the woman who had a cyst the size of a basketball in her stomach that she had no health insurance for and had no money to have removed, and she had to actually pitch and beg the industry to give her donations. And I myself would wonder that if you had a 5-year education, you had a degree in being a nurse, when you get to the point where the industry can no longer support you, you go back, get recertified, and become a nurse again. Or, shit, go back and get recertified. If you can't work in a hospital, you go back and work as a private nurse. You go work for companies that hire outside registered nurses and doctors for home care. I'm not talking about bedpan people, but actually people who get real medical treatment in their own houses. That shit happens all the time. Instead, you beg the industry to give you fucking money. So I tend to find Nina Hartley being a registered nurse suspect. But yet, when she tells everybody in this business that condoms are not safe and you can get AIDS even when you wear a condom, and everybody in the industry goes, yeah, she's right. And when she says you get pussy burns and tears from the condom, which then gives you AIDS, and everybody goes, yeah, it's pretty fucking amazing. It really is. It's amazing. So I want to read you guys this interesting story. And it's about a case of woman-to-woman HIV transmission. Because it says a couple interesting tidbits that, of course, everybody's always disputed. But here we are reading a health report from Washington and from the CDC, and yet what they're saying is exactly opposite of what our business says. So here it is. Okay. A case of suspected HIV transmission from one to another was reported Thursday by U.S. health authorities. A 46-year-old woman likely acquired HIV virus while in a monogamous relationship with an HIV-positive female partner in Texas. said the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The woman, whose name was not released, had engaged in heterosexual relationships in the past, but not in the 10 years prior to her HIV infection. Her HIV-positive partner, a 43-year-old woman who first tested positive in 2008, was her only sexual partner in the 6 months leading up to the test that came back positive for HIV. She did not report any other risk factors for acquiring the virus that causes AIDS. And this is an interesting thing, such as injection drugs, organ transplant, tattoos, acupuncture, or unprotected sex with multiple partners. Well, right there they list basically four, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to get HIV, and we as an industry practice 3 of the 5. Injection drug use, we practice, from girls injecting heroin, which we all know, to guys injecting their dicks with Caberjack, which is a drug. Boom. Let's check that for what we do. Organ transplant, well, we don't do that, although, if you all remember the excuse that Alex Gons gave for having hepatitis C was blood transfusion or something that he got when he was a kid, and he had hepatitis C all of his life, which I think is pretty close to a fucking organ transplant. It's definitely in the same ballpark, okay? It might be playing catcher and playing left field. Granted, they are far away from each other, but they're on the same fucking ballpark. And when you're saying a organ transplant, and Alex Gons is saying born with and or got in a blood transfusion when he was a kid, that's a transplant. An organ isn't necessarily blood, but again, you're in the same ballpark. The third way, tattoos, fuck. Take a look at every fucking girl there is in the business. They're littered with tattoo. I mean, Bonnie Rotten can't get another tattoo unless you put it smack dab on her fucking face. Acupuncture, well, I don't know. That's a therapy that people take for relieving stress or relieving pain. I'm sure there's a couple people in our business that have gotten acupuncture, but hey, I'll take acupuncture and put it in the not as prevalent. And I'll even put the organ transplant not as prevalent. And then the 5th is sex with multiple partners. Well, that's pretty up there. So basically, the goddamn disease fucking control label everything that we do, which is suspect for getting HIV/AIDS. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is something that, we're still the safest people in the entire fucking world of getting HIV/AIDS. Porn industry, because we're tested. Hey, we go and get our blood drawn, and somebody will notify us if we have AIDS. And when they say you don't have AIDS, that's our license to go out and possibly get AIDS. And then a month later when we test again, we go, do I got it? No? Yeah! Woo! Okay, let's continue. The strain of HIV in which she was infected was a 98% genetic match to her partners, said the CDC in its weekly report. Now, that's an interesting tidbit. Why? Because, I'll tell you, when you have people and they're coming down with AIDS in our business, it'd be nice to grab them and have them do the same test at which the CDC is able to do. You know, it'd be nice to go and grab Cameron Bay and Rod Daly and Sophia Delgado, It'd be great to go grab John Stagliano, Trisha Devereaux, Mark Wallace. It'd be great to get all of their strain of HIV and see if any of them are genetically matched. That would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? Go get Darren Jane. I'll tell you this. I'd love to get Stagliano, Devereaux, which is Karen Stagliano, and Mark Wallace. I'd love to get all three of them, throw in Brooke Ashley, because we know she's still alive, and have all three of them get their HIV genetically tested and see who matches what. I bet you we'd all be fucking shocked to see who the fucking real culprit in all this infections are. Seriously. Bet we'd be all shocked to see who the real culprit is in all of these fucking cases. Now, says and this is where it gets pretty interesting too. Authorities first learned of the case in August of 2012 from the Houston Department of Health. The couple said that they had not received any counseling about safe sex practices and reported that they routinely had sex without barrier methods. That word, barrier methods again. They described their sexual contact as at times rough. We've heard that. And to the point of inducing bleeding in either woman, said the CDC report. Now, women bleeding, we've heard of that. Two women making each other bleed, we sure the fuck heard of that. I know for a fact I've been on sets with girl-girl scenes where they bled, where they poked each other with their fucking fingernails in their assholes. Please, girl-girl bleeding, that is a common fucking occurrence. But it gets better. Okay? They also reported having unprotected sex during their menses of either partner, which is their period, their fucking time of the month. How many girls have we heard that have done scenes while they've been on their period? Let's all raise our hands. How many guys have fucked the girls and have said, hey baby, do you got sponges in? And the girl goes, yeah, I got a couple. Oh, explains it, man. It's like I'm having a hard time keeping my wood because, you know, the sponges are drying you out and I'm touching the sponge. I'm sorry. Who've heard that? Thank you. Who've heard I'm on my period, but I'll just stuff some sponges in there? Heard that. Thank you. I bet you every single girl in this fucking business has done a scene at one point, at least 2, 3, 4 different times while she's been on her period. Thank you. And why is that prevalent, assholes? Why is that prevalent? Huh? Why is that prevalent? I'm going to explain to you. The CDC warned that female-to-female transmission is possible because HIV can be found in vaginal fluid and in menstrual blood. Oh my God. The CDC has said that HIV can be found in vaginal fluid and menstrual blood. Okay. Well, man, how many times have we been told by every single doctor in the adult business, you can't get AIDS from a girl. She don't get AIDS in her pussy juices. Really? According to the CDC, HIV can be found in vaginal fluid. You can't get AIDS from the girl's fucking blood when she's on her period. Really? The CDC says HIV can be found in menstrual blood. Again, are we listening to the Center for Disease Control, or are we listening to Sharon Mitchell Diane Duke, Christian Mann, and John Stagliano. Remember, John Stagliano is the guy that goes to Brazil where they have over 500,000 people living with HIV in this third world country, and almost 90% of the prostitution that goes on over there, and the women are full of AIDS, full of HIV. And John Stagliano, he goes there, pulls his pants down, spreads his asshole apart like this, and has a transsexual with a bloody cock shove it in his ass. So that guy you're all going to listen to as he comes at you with a metal speculum with no gloves on and goes, "Oh my God, I love your ass. Bend over so I can stick this metal instrument up it." Okay. Yeah. So again, you have a girl who's menstruating. You have a girl who has vaginal fluid. You have every aspect of transmission that is possible. See, you assholes all forget these words. You act like when I talk, I'm walking around and saying somebody could breathe on you and get AIDS. No, we're talking about the possibilities. We're talking about safety, and we're talking about the people in this business who are fucking dangerous with what they do. And I'll say it time in and time out. I don't care if John Stagliano is fucking fingering a girl's butthole, or if John Stagliano is rubbing the girl's fucking pussy lips. Those are all possible ways to contract a deadly virus. How? John Stagliano has a cut on his hand. Okay? All of these things are possible. Are they on the high list of probability? Is it like having a bloody AIDS arm and then cutting another person's arm open, and then both of you take that arm and rub it together? Absolutely not. I'm not ignorant, but A, there is a risk. B, when you have HIV and you're putting somebody at that risk, you should at least give them the option to decide if they want to participate. And C, maybe you shouldn't even do that at all, because it's just ethically and morally fucking wrong. You're in the sex business, and the number one culprit of the death knell in somebody's sex business career is getting a sexually transmitted disease. And if you have a sexually transmitted disease that can kill you, why the fuck are you involved in sexual contact with talent? It makes no sense. Makes absolutely no fucking sense. And for all of you to justify it, you're fucking warped and fucked up. And the only reason you do is because you're getting paid. That's it. You're getting fucking paid, you greedy fucks. Means you're getting fucking paid. That's it. And if John Stagliano, let me tell you something. If John Stagliano wasn't rich and didn't have a little bit of money left, he would be ostracized out of his business just like everybody else that is HIV positive is. But the only reason he's not is because he pays you motherfuckers. He fucking pays you. There isn't a fucking guy in this business who's HIV positive would be allowed to fucking perform with any talent. With any talent. If they didn't have the position that Stagliano had. You would not have agents like Mark Spiegler lining his girls up to go work for John Stagliano and get speculum shoved up their asses and having John Stagliano stick his bare hands in their asses unless he was paying them big money. unless he was giving these girls contracts to direct movies, unless he was putting them in feature films. Look at all the talent that John Staliano uses, and uses a lot. They're all Spiegler girls. They're all people that he can pay, and they will shut their mouth and let him do whatever they want to him. And the list goes on and on. Line them up. Dana DiArmond. This new one, Aiden Starr. Brooklyn Lee when she was the Spiegler girl. Chanel Preston. Every one of them. Every one of them. Now, would any of them line up to do scenes right now with TJ Cummings? People ostracize TJ. Why? Because a bullshit report went around that said he was running around trying to fuck girls while he knew he had HIV. Bullshit. 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 Darren fucking James, what did he do wrong? He went to Brazil, supposedly, and had sex with a transsexual and got AIDS. Wasn't that what John Staliano did? So why is Darren James ostracized? Why does he not have a line? Why is he not a director for Evil Angel? Again, you're all a bunch of fucking hypocrites, and you all listen to people that claim they know shit because they blind you with their money. Because all of you are weak, pathetic individuals. That's why. You're fucking weak and pathetic. You say it again, okay? Say it again. Can we say it again? Female-to-female transmission is possible because HIV can be found in vaginal fluid and menstrual blood. People with HIV should be under the care of a doctor and take their prescribed medicines to keep their viral load down and reduce the risk of infecting a partner, the CDC said. Reduce the risk of infecting a partner. They didn't say they should take their medicine to cure them. No, they didn't. They said people with HIV should be under a doctor's care, and they should take their prescribed medicine to keep their viral load down and reduce the risk of infecting a partner. Again, that's the CDC. That's the Center for Disease Control. That's what they said. Okay? I know the government lies. I know CIA, the president. I know. But can we at least agree that we would believe the CDC a little bit more than than Nina Hartley, John Staliano, Christian Mann, Diane Duke, and Dr. Mayow of past? And Free Speech College, could we at least say that? Will you guys at least give me that? Will you please give me that, guys? Will you just a little give me that, please? Will you give me that? That's all. Will you give me that? Just a fraction. Just a little. Just a little bit. Will you give me that the CDC has a little bit more knowledge and they're a little bit more trustworthy than John Staliano, Christian Mann? I mean, guys, John Staliano doesn't even tell people that he's HIV positive before he performs with them. And again, I don't give a fuck if your definition is, well, unless he put his dick in him and came on him, he shouldn't have to tell him. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. And again, if he wasn't paying any of you, you all would fucking turn your back on that scumbag. Because you wouldn't let Darren fucking James work with any of you. You wouldn't let TJ Cummings work with any of you. You wouldn't fucking let... look what you guys did to Cameron Bay. You ostracized her. Rod Daly. Rod Daly was nothing more than Christian XXX. How the fuck was Rod Daly any different than Christian XXX? Christian, who I watch in fucking she-mail videos for kink.com, literally blowing trannies and vomiting on their cocks. How the fuck is he different than Rod Daly? Except he didn't get hit with the bug? What are you guys, nuts? There's a brand new Evil Angel movie that just came out. It's got Christian getting fucked up his ass by a tranny. How is that any different than any of these other people? Why? Why? That's it. I ain't putting people down. I'm asking you, what's the fucking difference? What's the difference? Because you have Evil Angel and John Stalliano backing the play with all the money to fucking basically dump their toxic waste in your backyard. But as long as they pay off the fucking citizens of the community, everybody turns their fucking head. That's what happens. Happens every day in every walk of life. When you hear towns like in West Virginia where they're dumping their fucking pollutants into people's fucking drinking water, and the people are holding up their glasses and it looks like a fucking thing of milk, and the fucking people and the town officials say, it's safe, don't worry about it. And all of a sudden in the fucking mail comes a check for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And then people that are making $16,000 a year go, wow, I just made 30% of what my yearly income is. I could go and fucking shop. I could buy food. I could buy, you know what? I'm going to shut my mouth. That is ultimately what John Stalliano does. He pays everybody off. You work for Evil Angel and you let him fuck you. Sheena Shaw. Look at Sheena Shaw. Sheena Shaw is his girlfriend. To the point where when she was on Twitter screaming about John Stalliano, you even had Mike South, one of the other news agencies, gossip columnist. He even did a little blog that said, oh, Sheena Shaw and her tweets were much ado about nothing. It seemed to be just a little lover's quarrel. Lover's quarrel? You mean a non-infected performer, Sheena Shaw, who works with all of the talent pool in the adult industry, is having a lover's quarrel with her boyfriend, John Stagliano, who's HIV positive, who's married to Karen Stalliano, who's HIV positive. And that seemed to be what? Nothing? One of the bloggers, Mike Stout, the blogger, actually went, it's a lover's quarrel. Look, asshole. John Stalliano is HIV positive. His entire family's HIV positive. And he's having a relationship with a girl that is in the business who works with hundreds of talent. And that doesn't bother anybody? Oh, it doesn't bother anybody because it's John Stalliano and he's paying you all thousands and thousands of dollars? I get it. I get it. Again, just like a fucking small town getting radiation or getting polluted by the local fucking steel mill or the local fucking power plant, and they're all shutting their mouths so they can fucking take their fucking payoff money. And then 10, 15 years later, when their kids are walking around with arms out of their fucking heads, they're all wondering why their entire town are full of retards. And someone goes, well, because they've been dumping pollutants in your water for the last decade. And you've said nothing because they've been paying you off. And you're like, oh shit, okay. So right now we have everything that we have going on in our business because you've had people that don't care about disease running the disease testing facilities and running the organization that's supposed to protect all the talent. You have Christian Man, John Stalliano, who are promoters of disease, promoters of death. And they are the ones that are shielding and protecting this fucking complete conspiracy that amounts to, and I mean conspiracy, when you have 5, 6, 7 people intertwined in a cover-up, you have a conspiracy. And what you have are a bunch of people that are systematically trying to make it sound like this industry has no issues, everybody is safe, and everybody seems to have these magical doctorates from Cal State, Stanford, UCLA, but yet they're all incompetent, they're all weak-minded, weak-spirited, and can't even take care of themselves when it comes to getting cysts removed because they have no health insurance. But yet they're supposed to be educated with 4- and 5-year degrees from colleges. Bullshit. And I will read this once again for you, okay? People with HIV should be under the care of a doctor and take their prescribed medicines to keep their viral load down and reduce the risk of infecting a partner. Okay? Okay? Are you guys getting this? I got it. Got it. Got it. So, if you want, you can check out. If you want, you can check out these emails these articles that are on Yahoo. They are interesting. They are fascinating, and you literally can go through and see exactly what they're all talking about. And the fact that these things are real. These things are relevant in what we do in this business. And when you ignore things that amount to real life shit, you have a recipe for disaster. And that's what you have. That's what you fucking have. We've said it time and time and again. HIV is found in women's vaginal fluid. HIV is found in women's menstrual blood. HIV is a blood-to-blood, semen-to-blood. You have all various ways to transmit the disease. And when you are working in the adult business, and the standard practice for the adult business is fucking the asshole and making it be swollen. I mean, for Christ's sakes, the word prolapse is a word that is like the word please in the normal society. The word please in normal society, or thank you, is like what we use the word prolapse in our business. Can a girl prolapse? Can you prolapse? Are you a prolapser? Do you prolapse? Who prolapses? Do you guys realize when your asshole is prolapsing, you are basically 90% exposed to fucking infection? Do you realize that? Do you fucking realize that? Okay. Well, if you get a chance, you guys can go and read that story, because I'm sure AVN and XBiz aren't going to print that. Seems like the only stories they ever print about HIV/AIDS is when it comes to some little lab in some fucking state that does a a test on like a fucking lab rat that says that for 5 weeks they managed to keep the HIV virus off the lab rat before it completely succumbed to death. Seriously, the only time you ever read anything in any of the adult trade papers is when they are talking about some disease that has been fended off for like a week. Seriously. Whether it's Hep C. I remember when we had the Hep C scandal with Alex Gons that has still never been addressed. And within, I don't know, 2 weeks of the hubbub and the people being outraged for about a minute that they were exposed to Hep C, you then saw a report in AVN that talked about these new Hep C drugs that could cure Hep C. The only problem is they were like $40,000 and they were still in their trial stages. But nonetheless, it was a cure that was coming. So all you porn performers, shut the fuck up. You guys remember that? I'm not fucking lying. And then you would have another report. Anytime there was a gonorrhea, the report about gonorrhea that went around. And sure as shit, AVN, XBiz, they put up reports about new vaccines and new medicine that was out that could combat all of these chlamydias and gonorrhea. Okay, we got it. I mean, it literally, AVN and Mark Kearns are the Baghdad Bobs of the adult industry. If you guys remember that, that was the Minister of Propaganda during the Iraq War. And basically, while the entire country was under assault, he would go on the media outlets and talk about how awesome everything was. And how peachy keen it was there in Baghdad and how life was fucking awesome. Anytime they'll do a fucking test in a baby and say this baby seemed to be fighting the HIV virus for about 4 weeks until it fucking died, and that gives us hope. AVN runs this story. Look, everybody, don't worry about AIDS. They do I remember they did a fucking story about how HIV and the amount of medicine you have to take now has been condensed to, smaller pill forms and so forth. That's a story. They will fucking do stories about how to basically live with disease. They don't do stories about how to prevent it, how to be safe. They only do stories on how to live with it. Like you hear so much on some of these weird, cryptic message boards in the adult business. Why does everybody get upset about HIV? It's a manageable disease. Manageable. Do you guys really comprehend that, in theory, unless your partner is a sick, twisted fuck, do you realize that if you have HIV, you, in theory, can never have unprotected sex with another human being again? Now, of course, if they have AIDS and they're HIV positive, and you want to possibly create a super strain and possibly get each other more sick, because that can happen, then you could go ahead and fuck. Or if you're a fucking bug chaser, meaning somebody who doesn't have HIV but they want to get it and they're looking to get it, so they're more than happy to have sex unprotected with an HIV patient. Or you're just some sick, twisted motherfucker that likes to play fucking Russian roulette and says, fuck it. If I get it, I get it. It's manageable. And I'll hang out with my boy John Staliano, and he'll teach me what proper health regimen to get on to be able to deal with this disease. Other than those three scenarios, my friends, you can never have sex with anybody ever again unprotected. Don't you think that's a little fucked up? Doesn't that fucking put some fucking thought in your head about this disease and the way our business treats it and the way the leaders of this business treat it? Doesn't that fucking startle any of you? I mean, think about that. If you got HIV, unless those three scenarios play out, and or you're just a fucking disgusting piece of shit who will run around and fuck people knowingly that you have HIV and you don't care if they get it, you can never have sex unprotected with anybody again. That would really fucking trip me out. It would fucking trip me out to know I can never have sex unprotected with anybody for as long as I live. And I would think that would fucking trip you people out, man. I would think that would really fuck with you people in your heads. But I guess it doesn't. I guess John Stagliano, Diane Duke, and Christian Mann, and a bunch of other warped, sick motherfuckers have planted this fucking HIV seed in your head that AIDS is basically like taking a flu medicine. That basically AIDS is like getting a bad flu. And as long as you take some fucking Theracquil or some fucking Robitussin, you're A-okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's fucked. That is fucked. Okay? You know, AIDS, HIV is not like cancer. Okay? When you get cancer, you can't have sex with somebody and give them your cancer. You can't spray cancer from your dick. Okay? Doesn't happen. But AIDS you do. AIDS you can fucking give to people. Don't you guys understand that? And it's not a gay thing. It's not a tranny thing. It's a people thing. That's what it is. And when you're in a profession and you're in a business where the name of the game is to spray your bodily fluids on as many people as you possibly can, and the only thing that separates you from death is a piece of paper that's only as good as the day you got it, that, my friends, is a recipe for disaster. And for all of you to basically just sweep it under the rug means you're all in denial. You're all in fucking denial. Why are you in denial? And I don't fault you. I really don't. I fault the system that we are in this business. I fault John Staliano. I fault Diane Duke. I fault Nina Hartley. I fault the performers that are in this business that have this cavalier attitude of HIV/AIDS and give you the assumption that it's manageable, it's hard to get, and guess what? The worst comes to worst, you get it, you take a fucking pill, and life goes on. Look at Sheena Shaw. She has sex with John Staliano. She's in a relationship with somebody that's HIV positive, and it doesn't matter. She fucks John Staliano in his asshole with dildos and then sticks them in other girls. John Staliano has AIDS, and he fucking every single day interacts sexually with countless women day in and day out. He has HIV/AIDS, okay? And he's able to have contact. And we're not even talking about a shake of the hand, hi, how are you? But when you're grabbing a girl's pussy lips, and you're shaking her pussy lips, and you're going, oh, this makes my dick hard, oh. And you lay on the ground and have that girl sit on your face, my friends, okay? That is not what amounts to a handshake, okay? If your mother went somewhere and was squatting on somebody's face, would you say that's just how they say hello to each other? If your friend walked in the house and started grabbing your mom's pussy lips, would you say, well, that's a handshake? For where we come from in Porn Valley, unless you literally got your dick out and you're jacking off in the girl's face, that's sex. But hey, you can finger a girl, that ain't sex. You could grab her pussy lips, you could grab her labia, that's not sex. You could have her sit on your face, that's not sex. What, are you guys out of your fucking minds? Are you guys out of your fucking minds? Are you guys nuts? Of course you're nuts. Because if that question was posed to anybody outside of this business, they would look at you and say, you're out of your fucking minds. And it shows you in fucking reports that are done by the CDC that they fucking actually say everything we do is at a risk. Everything we do is at a risk. Now, in our business, we go, no, it's not. It's not a risk unless you literally take your dick out, jack off with it bleeding and cut up into a girl or a guy's mouth. Then you're at risk. What are you, fucking insane? If you told the outside world that, if you told the CDC that, if you told anybody in a fucking medical field, they would look at you and beat you to death. Do you realize that in fucking hospitals, do you realize that they have eye washes, they have blood washes, they got things everywhere where if somebody gets contaminated with blood, they have protocols on what they're supposed to do. If they get contaminated with bodily fluids, they have protocols of what they're supposed to do. People get stuff on their arms. You'll see them going to the protocol wash basins and scrubbing down with what they're supposed to be scrubbed down with. Do you people get that? Seriously. My mom is a fucking registered nurse in a hospital. Okay? From delivering babies on down, these motherfuckers wear face guards, body shields. And when they get fucking fluids on them, it is like, it's like Chernobyl. It's fucking Chernobyl. When somebody gets a blast of fucking bodily fluid on them, these nurses and doctors don't go like this. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Hold on. All right. Let's go eat. What, are you kidding me? You watch these fucking people run to the fucking protocol stations where they have to clean up. But our business actually knowingly has people that are infected with disease, and they're allowed to interact with performers in dangerous situations. And again, I consider somebody who's HIV positive handling metal doctor instruments being dangerous. I'm sorry, but I consider that dangerous. I consider that extremely dangerous. I consider that extremely irresponsible, and I consider that extremely fucked up. And again, I don't blame the talent. How do you blame people that weren't even born when John Stelliano and Evil Angel and Diane Duke and these fuckers were roaming the land? How do you blame people that basically are 19 years old, 20 years old? John Stelliano's had AIDS for 17 years. So basically, if you have a 18-year-old girl, 19-year-old girl, when she was fucking 2, that's when John Stelliano was getting fucked in his ass in Brazil by a transsexual. That, ladies and gentlemen, you can't blame these people. You got to blame the system. You got to blame the system that has made it acceptable to put our young men and women of this adult business in harm's way. That's what you got to do. You got to blame the system. And the system of the adult business has let all of these men and women down. The system has let the talent down because this system is flawed and the system is wrong. It's not the talent's fault. The talent goes by exactly what they're supposed to go by. They go by a system. And a system says do this, a system says do that, a system says I'll pay you this. And the talent says, okay, that system is wrong. And who controls that system? Christian Man, John Stagliano, Evil Angel, Diane Duke, Jeffrey Douglas, Free Speech Coalition. They control the system. They make the rules. Nina Hartley, Ernest Green. They set the standard of what talent does. They let this talent down. Every single talent that comes down with HIV/AIDS, that comes down with syphilis, that comes down with gonorrhea, that comes down with hepatitis fucking C, they are all let down by a system. And it's a system that John Stagliano created. It's a system that Christian Man perpetuates. And it's a system that Jeffrey Douglas protects. Ladies and gentlemen, the system has hurt and destroyed this business. And they have award shows to celebrate the destruction of the talent. And they don't care. You know why? Because as quick as the talent comes in, as quick as the talent goes. And a new batch of people come in for them to fuck over. A new batch of people come in so they can fuck over. The system ruined this business. And it's a system that needs to be changed. How will it be changed? Nobody in the business will change it because there's too much money. Stagliano, Free Speech Coalition, all of the criminals, all of the conspirators. There's too much money there. The government has to change it. This very same government that you've all been taught to be afraid of is the very same government that's going to protect each and every one of you. The system failed you. The people that control that system failed you. And every time you get sick, whether it's gonorrhea, whether it's Mr. Marcus and his fucking syphilis, you look to Christian Man and you look to John Stagliano because they failed you. They infected you. That is what they did. Diane Duke failed you. Jeffrey Douglas infected you. The agents infected you. Mark Spiegler failed you. All of these people are protectors of a system that is set to destroy this entire business. And guess what? They've all but done it. They've all but done it. This industry is a shell of what it once was. An industry that was proud, an industry that prospered, an industry that flourished, is now nothing more than a limping, wounded warrior that cannot fight anymore. And it's ready to die. They fought the battles, and it's done. It's over. Finished. And now the system has no soldiers left. They have nothing left. They have no more lives to destroy. They have no more hopes and dreams of people to fucking ruin. And now they will feed off that dying soldier until there is no fucking breath left for it to breathe. And when that happens, the lights go out and you rot. Because this business ain't ever coming back from the death that it's in. The system has failed all of you. The people that control the system, the people that make the rules, they have failed you. They have destroyed you. And you'll never get it back. Ever. It's the Rob Black Show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a break. And we'll be back after these short words. Right. So this girl at the Olympics, I was trying to see that if they had the performance. Anyway, this is her doing it in. Okay, so Julia Lipnitskaya, this Russian skating phenom, skated tonight at the Winter Olympics, and it was a very graceful and very beautiful performance, and it has caused some controversy. And again, this just goes to once again highlight the things that I say about Russia. This girl is dancing and doing her performance to the theme song of Schindler's List. I swear to God, the little girl, and she's the Russian phenom skater, and she's dancing. She's dancing, ladies and gentlemen, and doing her routine to Schindler's List. Oh, man. And if you watch the video, you will see that watching in the grandstands is Russian President Vladimir Putin. So you have the Russian president watching on in pure awe of his phenom skater while she's dancing to the music of Schindler's List, basically to the Goodbye Choose part. Oh, man. You gotta love Russia. Seriously, you gotta love Russia, man. You gotta love fucking Russia.
to combat terror.
Seriously. You gotta fucking love Russia.
The welcome sign.
Only Russia could pull off hanging out with Ahmed years ago, selling arms to Libya, hanging out with Omar Gaddafi, backing Syria, and now having its top prized skating athlete dancing to fucking Schindler's List. Ah, god damn. You can't get any more classic than that. Literally, and the Russian fucking Vladimir Putin is like this. Like tearing up. He's tearing up watching a 15-year-old girl ice skate to the theme song of Kill Every Jew in fucking Germany. And he's like, oh, I can smell burning Jew. Oh, you dirty Jew. Oh, I love you, dirty Jew. Deep burn. Oh, Russia's great. I'm telling you, they're the only country that can get away with what they get away with. Seriously. The only country that can get away with what they get away with. They fucking appease and hang out with every terrorist fraction. They provide arms, they provide money, and now at the Winter Olympics, in the biggest stage of one of the biggest competitions that everybody watches, which is the women's figure skating. I mean, remember, guys, that is where we actually had two women figure skaters, Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, over a decade ago, maybe 2 decades ago, beat each other up. Literally, beat each other up, or I should say, Tanya Harding beat up Nancy Kerrigan to get a spot on the Winter Olympics. And I mean, literally, this is one of those events that the entire world watches. And what does Vladimir Putin in the Russian country do? I want you to dance to basically banning of Jews. Ban Jew! And guess what's funnier? For the fucking Benjamin Netanyahu ain't opening his mouth. You know why? Because Vladimir Putin would go down to fucking Israel and slap that fat bastard right out of his little fucking throne. I'd love to see fucking Benjamin Netanyahu fucking go to the press. I'm outraged. I'm outraged. Putin would go, you're outraged. Come here, I'm gonna fuck you up. The balls, right? Let me tell you something. Russia, you know what they did? They told the United States, they said, listen to me, President Eager. Oh, man. Come on, you guys. Oh, and again, remember, this is the country that their representative that brought the torch and finally lit the Olympic cauldron in the opening ceremony is the same woman that posted pictures of a banana being put next to Obama and our First Lady and basically called them monkeys. Seriously, called them monkeys and twittered it out to everybody. So, they did that, and then they pronounced or denounced every fucking gay in the entire world and said they're all abominations of fucking man, and they put fucking gays in jail. And then the final, ultimate slap in the face was in the most prolific and most important event in the Winter Olympics. They had their very own national star skater dance to Burn to Burn from Schindler's List with proven sit like this. Oh man. So basically, he called Obama a nigger, told the Jews that he'd burn them all fucking in an oven if he could do it, and then he gave everybody hotels to stay at with dirty, pissy water, and gave Bob Costas stink eye. And we're all like, hey, that's cool, it's cool. Fuck you gonna say? It's Russia. They got fucking 8 trillion nuclear weapons. They got weapons that could reach us, okay? No one else does except Putin. What are we gonna say? So we get it. We get it. You hate Jews, you hate blacks, and you hate Bob Costas.
I hate Bob Costas.
You hate Bob Costas.
And they hate, and they also hate, what's it called now? Not Crimea. But that other bastard over there. Oh, man. We're back. You guys want to hear something completely fucked? You want to hear something that's completely fucked? I'm serious. Okay. Let me. Can't. No. All right. I'm again. I told you all the things that are going on today. Well, every so I've been getting blasted with 1,000 emails from my guy, and I just explaining to him as he's telling me all the things that are going on. I can't follow what he's telling me because I'm on this fucking show right now. So it's almost fucking pointless for what he's telling me and for me to comprehend what's going on, because we're literally, I can't follow it. We're doing the show, and I can't do that. Last night we tried this. I was getting focused on the program, and we had one of our listeners, one of our guys, Pat, great Pat, hitting me up, and then Pat decided he wants to ask me 1,000 questions during the show. He wanted to ask me about why the fucking sky is blue, why fucking, you know, why there's why the sky gets dark at night. I mean, seriously, it's like a whole. It's like a whole fucking thing. It's like, God, it's just a big pain in the balls. So it's hard for me, guys. Okay, it's hard for me it's hard for me to go through and conduct business when, guess what? Okay? And guess what? I got to do the show, and I get sidetracked, and I get fucking engrossed into our own business, and at the end of the day, guess what?
I get sidetracked. So please, help me out here, everybody. And just fucking wait until I'm done with the fucking show. And then we can fucking do business, please. Please. Please, everybody. Just hold everything off. Fuck. Anyways, I don't even know what the fuck I was saying now. I'm off. I'm literally off. Okay? Okay? I'm off. So, let's move on to something that I just found incredibly disturbing, and that is literally right outside my door. Since yesterday, okay? Since yesterday, there has been cones. And when I say cones, I see working construction groups outside of our building. And as a matter of fact, they are on the right side. Okay? So when I go out of our office, and I walk out, and there's Lancashire, and you could go that way left to Ventura Boulevard, or you could go that way right to Sherman Way, and basically the fucking the shit end of the valley. What happens is, and this is trippy, okay? This is the trippy part. There's construction workers. Our building is here, and next to us is another building. And the first floor is a cool hair salon that did my hair, if you all remember. And I explained to you about that. I actually even still have the place's name and number. It's they're called, well, actually Champions. And the girl that did my hair is Gladys Ortiz, professional barber. And she did my hair, and she did a great job. And if you go to Champions, you can go there and she'll cut your hair, and they're awesome. Seriously, they're awesome. But here's the issue, and it's not with them. I'm actually frightened for them. And you're gonna say, Rob, why are you frightened for them? Well, and I'm gonna say because here's my problem. As we pulled up yesterday, I didn't give much thought because A, it's North Hollywood, and B, it's Lancashire Boulevard. I mean, bums lay out on the street. People go through the trash. It's basically a joke on this street. It's a cesspool. It's filth. Not per se down in the NoHo Ventura region, but up in this Sherman Way, Van Owen region. Yeah, it's a joke. It's disgusting up here. So I just assume that there's potholes or a water main, something that is pretty innocuous that is creating a traffic problem. And they have these cones that are all lined up. So the stretch of freeway there, the stretch of street, you have 2 lanes and you're driving, and then you have to merge into this lane and go around the construction and go around the cones. And yesterday we went by it, and it draw a pain in the ass for us, but hey, nonetheless, it is what it is. We pulled into our parking space here and continued to go up to the office and do our show. Now, during this last break, I went outside, and it's a beautiful day out. It's fucking gorgeous. I had some of my Aquafina Hydrate water. I should say not Aquafina, Agua. Aqua Hydrate. Electrolyte enhanced water, high pH 9+. And I sat out on our stairs there and had some of my water. And I watched the construction crew this time parked right outside my hairdresser barber shop. And I thought to myself, wow, yesterday they were closer to our building, and now today they're closer to that building. What the fuck are they doing? That's a lot of potholes. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as I got a little bit more inquisitive, because there was still about 5 minutes left on our break, I walked down the rickety steps from our studio and these shitty-ass apartments that people live in, went out to the street, and proceeded to walk over to where the construction guys were working. Now, I'm not lying when I tell you what I found. And when we get done here, I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to post it on my Instagram. I'm not bullshitting you. Trust me, you know I'm not bullshitting you. You know I don't fucking bullshit you. Okay? You know this. Come on, guys, you know this. I don't bullshit you. And when I tell you, you're going to either laugh your asses off because you will not fathom what I'm going to show you, or you're going to laugh your asses off because you will not believe what I'm going to show you. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, as I squat down and I look and I realize that every single orange cone has a stencil of black spray paint wording on it. You want to know what it says? I'm going to tell you. SoCal Gas Company. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, SoCal Gas Company. And then as I made my way to the front of the cone area, I realized that the trucks and construction workers were from SoCal Gas Company. Now, those of you who aren't sure what I'm saying is, what was parked in front of our building yesterday all day, and what is now parked in front of the barbershop building next to us all day, is commonly referred to as SoCal Gas Company. That is Southern California Gas Company. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've been paying attention to the fucking news, there was an explosion in Harlem about 2 days ago that leveled a whole bunch of fucking buildings because there was a gas leak. People smelled gas, and they've been smelling gas for about a year. But nobody did anything about it because it's fucking Harlem. And guess what? Somebody lit a cigarette and blew up half of fucking Harlem. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got to imagine nobody gives a shit about this area of North Hollywood. Nobody gives a shit, in particularly, about this area of Lancashire. And apparently, there's been some smelling of gas. Nobody evacuated us Nobody told us to leave. Instead, they're out there fixing it. Not 1, but 2 days. So basically, we very easily could become the next Harlem because there is the Southern California Gas Company outside of our building with half the street blocked off, about 10 workers diligently doing things that I guess are equivalent to not having the buildings fucking blow up. So, I found that pretty interesting. I found it pretty telling, and I found it incredibly frightening. And I wonder to myself, why the fuck are we even in this building when there's a gas company people that have been parked outside for 2 days, and it's coming off the heels of half of Harlem being blown up because of the gas company. So I thought that was an interesting little story for you all. And should we blow up on air, you will at least know why it happened, and you can at least tell your friends you heard a phenomenal story, and then you witnessed a phenomenal explosion, which amounted to half the block of North Hollywood on Lankershim being blown up. And it all smells just like the circumstances in Harlem. You think anybody gives a shit about this area of North Hollywood? You know what this area of North Hollywood is? All the area down in NoHo and in Ventura Boulevard, they push all the riffraff and crap up this way. It's kind of like when you got a toilet overflow in your bathroom, and you got like the squeegee mops, and you're just squeegeeing all the shit and fucking piss water all to one area, so you can get out the shop back and suck it all up. You don't fucking take all the piss and shit and smear it all over. Hell no. You take your squeegee and you push it all and get it into a confined area where you can manageably suck it and get rid of it because it's hazardous waste. Well, that is exactly the way it is up here in North Hollywood. NoHo is the nice part. And as you go further down and you hit Studio City, that's the really nice part. That's where I was hanging with Quentin Tarantino. Now, trash starts to matriculate from this part of North Hollywood, and what they do is like squeegees, they shoo it all back up to this area of North Hollywood. So basically, you're not allowed to really go past the NoHo area if you look kind of like a fucking low-life piece of shit. That's why I had to get a haircut and buy some new clothes and actually dress a little nicer. Because every time we went out, we would get pulled over by the cops. And the cops would say, why are you coming down into the nice area of North Hollywood? You know the way you guys look and the way you are, you're supposed to stay up with all the riffraff and garbage. And we went, oh shit, we're sorry, policeman. And he said, well, guess what? Clean yourselves up, get a better line of work, and maybe we'll let you back down into this area. So ever since then, we've been striving to better ourselves so we don't get harassed anymore. But if you look out our window, which you can't because you're not here, I will, and I'll take pictures, and I'm going to post them on Instagram so all of you will be able to see exactly what the fuck the gas company is doing and their diligent work to make sure we don't fucking blow up like the buildings in Harlem. So I thought I would share that with you guys because it was pretty fucking entertaining. And if I told any of you,
you would think I was full of shit. But trust me, I'm not. I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. So, yes, it's frightening. It's scary. And that is our offices. Anyways, let's continue. I wanted to see what the fuck was going on before we left with that goddamn Malaysian airliner. I know it's during the day, or it's nighttime right now. So I know there's not a lot of activity going on per se, because it's fucking night. They're not gonna look for a fucking plane at night. I mean, they can't even fucking find a plane during the day. They ain't gonna find no fucking plane at night. Okay? Seriously. They ain't gonna fucking, they're not gonna find a goddamn plane at night. Hell no. Hell no. So, everything's kind of fucking quiet. Everything's kind of quiet over there. So it's not like at night when we get all the good jetliner fucking information. But I'm gonna see if we can fucking get anything on it, because I really don't have any information. The newest information is saying a classified analysis by the U.S. and Malaysian governments shows Flight 370 likely crashed in the Bay of Bengal or Indian Ocean. That's the basically new report. Again, I never heard of the Bay of Bengal, but let me read this a little. Classified analysis conducted by the United States and Malaysian governments concludes that Malaysia Airlines likely crashed into the Indian Ocean on one of two possible flight paths. This is from CNN. The one flight path suggests the plane crashed into the Bay of Bengal off the coast of India, and the other has it traveling to southeast and crashing in the Indian Ocean. Yet, another theory is taking shape about what might have happened to missing Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. Maybe it landed in a remote Indian Ocean island chain. Okay, fuck all of you. Remember, we talked about this on the night show about the plane landing, being hijacked by the members of Lost and the Smoke Monster, from Hurley to Sawyer to Jack to Kate, the FBI agent that she was chained to. All right, I guess my theory might have a little validity to it, huh? A little validity. I guess me and Alex Jones are not the only conspiracy theorists. Oh no. So, the suggestion, and it's only that at this point, is based on analysis of radar data revealed Friday by Reuters, that suggesting the plane wasn't just blindly flying northwest from Malaysia. And it's just one of the untold theories floating around about what might have happened to the airliner, which disappeared a week ago without leaving much of a trace
or where it had gone or why. Reuters, citing unidentified sources familiar with the investigation, reported that whoever was piloting the managed jet was following navigational waypoints that would have taken the plane over the Andaman Islands. The radar data don't show the plane over the Andaman Islands, but only on a known route that would take it there, Reuters cited its sources say. The theory builds on an earlier revelations by U.S. officials that an automated reporting system on the airliner was pinging satellites for hours after its last reported contact. With air traffic controllers, a satellite communications company confirmed to CNN that the automated signals were registered on its network. An aviation industry source tells CNN that the flight's automated communication system appeared to be intact for up to 5 hours because pings from the system were received after the transponder last emitted a signal. Taken together, the data point towards speculation in a dark scenario in which someone took the plane for some unknown purpose, perhaps terrorism. The movie plot theory, seems more complicated and unlikely than one in which the plane, its flight crew, and perhaps incapacitated and simply flew on until it ran out of fuel or faced some other problem. But it's one that the law enforcement has to check out, former FBI Assistant Director James Kallstrom said. You draw that arc and you look at countries like Pakistan, and you know, and you get into your Superman novels, and you see the plane landing somewhere, and people repossessing it for some dastardly deed down the road. CNN told Jake Taper on Thursday. Jake Taper is the guy that interviewed me for my ABC Nightline broadcast. Thank you very much. So Jake Taper, a famous reporter now, was also reporting about ROB Black. Thank you very much. Aviation experts say it's possible, if highly unlikely, that someone could have hijacked and landed the giant Boeing 777 undetected. The international airport in Port Bel Air, the regional capital of the Adnan and Nicobar Island, has a runway that is long enough to accommodate a 777, according to publicity available data. But the region is highly militarized because of its strategic importance to India. Indian officials with knowledge of the operation tell CNN making it an unlikely target for pirates trying to sneak in an enormous plane with a wingspan of more than 200 feet. Well, here's my conspiracy theory on that, guys. Remember, India has been having some tensions with us. You do remember that India was all butthurt because we arrested one of their consulate members because she was beating the shit out of her nanny. And subsequently, India then took away all the barricades at our U.S. consulate in India. Do you guys remember that? You motherfuckers! You motherfuckers! You remember that, don't you? If you didn't remember, now I'm putting you motherfuckers in the loop. So, India, what this theory is saying, would have to be in on the plot because this island that the plane could have flew into is highly militarized, and India basically has that shit under lookout. So, is it likely that this happened? We don't know. Could it have happened? Hell yeah. And could India still be butthurt because we arrested one of their consulates and gave them a little strip search and stuck our fingers up our asshole? Yeah. Did that Indian consulate take away all the barricades from our U.S. consulate there and make us less safe? Yeah. So could somebody have landed a plane there and told the Indians, hey, can you guys do us a favor and pretend it didn't happen? Could the Indians go, all right, we'll do that for you? Fuck yeah, why not? Why not? They took away barricades at our fucking U.S. consulate, for Christ's sakes. So why couldn't they close their eyes about a big fucking airplane flying in there? Of course they could. Thank you. Okay? Dennis Gills, editor of the Adman Chronicle newspaper, says there's just nowhere to land such a big plane in his archipelago without attracting notice. There is no chance that an aircraft of this size can come towards Adman and Nicolau Islands and land, he said. The Malaysian government said Friday that it can't confirm the report. And a senior U.S. official offered a conflicting account Thursday, telling CNN that there is probably a significant likelihood the plane is on the bottom of the Indian Ocean. Well, there goes that theory. The jetliner, with 239 people on board, disappeared a week ago as it flew between Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and Beijing. The flight has turned into one of the biggest mysteries in aviation history. Befuddling industry experts and government officials, authorities still don't know where the plane is or what caused it to vanish. Suggestions of what happened have ranged from a catastrophic explosion to hijacking to pilot suicide. Well, at least we know that our friend, our late friend, Jesus Christ. Can't remember his name to fucking do the joke. Jake Malone. Well, we know Jake Malone wasn't on his way to Vietnam or Thailand because he already jumped off a fucking bridge. But if that cocksucker didn't jump off a bridge, there could be a theory that somebody of Jake Malone's capacity could have hijacked this plane and flew it into the Indian Ocean. I love that official from the United States. I could just see that guy from America just sitting there chilling, and seriously, I could see him just sitting there, and he's listening to this this huge theory that's just laid out. And he's shaking his head, and he's all into it. And the guys are fucking just pinpointing from the Indian authorities. And, I mean, they are just doing their fucking, they're putting their asses out there to show what happened to this airplane. And the fucking U.S. guy goes, I can just see a big fat United States fucking official go, you know what, guys? The likelihood of all that is insignificant. The plane's on the bottom of the Indian Ocean. Talk to you later. He just walks away. And all of a sudden you just see all these guys go, there's families, there's family members, they're all, yes, the hijack. Nah, it's on the bottom of the Indian Ocean. It's on the bottom of the Indian Ocean. Not even that it crashed in the water, it's on the bottom of the Indian Ocean. I love it. Only in America. And you know that guy was eating a fucking ham sandwich. He's eating after the, it's on the bottom of the Indian Ocean. Next. Next. I love it. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. They, on Friday, which I guess was today or something, I don't know. They had 57 ships and 48 aircraft from 13 countries were involved in the search. Jesus. That's crazy. Other developments. U.S. officials say investigators are looking into concerns that lithium batteries in the cargo hold
which had been blamed in previous crashes, played a role in the disappearance, according to U.S. officials briefed on the latest intelligence and law enforcement developments in the investigation. The officials spoke on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to release details to release to the media. The batteries being carried on the plane caused a fire. It still doesn't fully explain other anomalies with Flight 370, the officials say, such as why it turned west and then flown toward the Indian Ocean. Ugh. If lithium batteries were smoldering, likely the first instinct of the pilots would have been to turn around and return to the airport, not fly for an additional 5 fucking hours. He didn't say that, but he did say 5 hours, said Arthur Rosenberg, an aviation expert. It is likely radio traffic would have initially been picked up, as it was the pilots aboard Swiss Air Flight 1111 that crashed off the coast of Canada following a fire, he said. Seafloor event. Chinese researchers say they recorded a seafloor event waters around Malaysia and Vietnam about an hour and a half after the missing plane's last known contact. The event was recorded as a non-seismic region about 160 kilometers northeast of the plane's last confirmed location, the University of Science and Technology of China said. Judging from the time and location of the two events, the seafloor may have been cause of the MH370 crashing into the sea, said a statement posted on the university's website. However, U.S. Geological Survey earthquake scientist Harley Ben said Friday that the event appeared to be consistent with naturally occurring 2.7 magnitude earthquake. Oh, man. So basically, they're ruling everything out. And at the end of the day, they don't know where the fucking airplane is. They don't know. Where's the airplane? We don't know. Are you sure? We pretty sure. All right. Well, keep looking. All right. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rob Black Show, and it's 3 o'clock. We're out of here. It's time for us to go. It's time for us to leave. It's time for us to carry on my wayward son. Or a parody we're working on, carry on my retarded son. But regardless, it's time for us to hit the road. I got shit to do. I got people to talk to. We have lawyers to meet. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here tonight at 8 p.m. So don't get all fucking nuts. We still got 2 more hours left in this ruckus of an event. So we'll be back. We'll see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. We have what most of you have known by now is our song, and it's a special song, and it's a song that we like to say is intolerance. Intolerance, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the key. It's the Rob Black Show, and we'll see you guys tonight.